There are moments in football that last forever. A goal, a trophy, a celebration. And then there are moments that destroy everything, not slowly, not over time, but in a single second.
This is not a story about bad form or lost motivation. This is the story of one injury and how it permanently altered the careers of 5 world-class footballers. Not because they lacked talent, but because football took something from them that it never gave back.
Marco Reus was never the problem. Speed, intelligence, decision-making. At his peak, he was one of Europe's most complete attackers, a player built for the highest level of football.
Marco Reus wasn't chasing greatness. He was already there, waiting for the moment football promised him.
But Marco Reus's story is defined by what didn't happen. In 2014, just days before the World Cup, his ankle gave way in a friendly. A single challenge, a single second. Germany went on to win the World Cup. Without him.
And suddenly, the biggest moment of his career became something he could only watch.
From that point on, injuries became a pattern. Muscle tears, ankle damage, repeated setbacks, not career-ending, but career-defining. Reus was no longer building momentum, he was surviving seasons.
Every comeback felt like a restart, and every restart came with the same question: how long before it happens again?
He still produced brilliance, goals, assists, leadership, but never continuity. The injury didn't end his career, it trapped it, between the player he was and the player he was always meant to be.
Neymar Jr. In 2014, Neymar wasn't just Brazil's star. He was their focal point. 4 goals, constant pressure, a nation leaning on one player. At just 22, Neymar carried the weight of an entire World Cup.
This wasn't about expectations anymore. This was about survival. Brazil surviving through him.
Then came the quarterfinal against Colombia. A knee to the back, a fractured vertebra, the tournament ended instantly. Brazil would face Germany without their leader.
And in that moment, something larger broke. Not just Neymar's body, but Brazil's belief.
Brazil collapsed, losing 7-1 to Germany. Neymar returned to football months later, still brilliant, but changed.
The dribbles were still there, the creativity remained, but the sense of invincibility was gone. The injury didn't take Neymar's talent. It took away the version of him that felt untouchable. Jack Wilshere. At 19 years old, Jack Wilshere dominated Barcelona's midfield. Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets outplayed. For a moment, English football believed it had found its future.
Not a prospect, not a promise, but a player already ready.
Then came the ankle injuries, stress fractures, multiple surgeries. Seasons disappeared before his career could settle.
Every comeback felt like a fresh start, and every fresh start came with fear.
Wilshere never regained continuity at the top level. Short returns, brief flashes, another setback. By his mid-20s, his development years were already gone.
The question was never ability. It was whether his body would ever allow him to use it. Kaká. Kaká won the Ballon d'Or. At his peak, he was football's perfect attacking midfielder. Elegant, explosive, effortless.
He didn't overpower games. He glided through them. Then came the knee injury. At Real Madrid, Kaká played through pain instead of treating it. The damage worsened. The explosiveness disappeared.
The mind still saw the spaces, but the body arrived too late. Kaká could still contribute, but never dominate the way he once did. Moments replaced matches. Cameos replaced control. Greatness didn't collapse. It faded quietly without warning.
Eden Hazard arrived at Real Madrid as one of the best players in the world, a proven match winner, a Premier League icon. This was meant to be the peak of his career. Everything was in place except his body.
An ankle injury in 2019 changed everything. Surgery followed, then rushed returns, then more setbacks. Rhythm disappeared. Confidence drained.
Hazard struggled to accelerate, to turn sharply, to trust his body. This wasn't a mental collapse, it was a physical limitation. The weapon that defined his game was the very thing the injury took away. Hazard didn't forget how to play football. Football forgot how to give him his body back.
These players didn't fail. They weren't overrated. They weren't lazy. They weren't exposed. They were interrupted.
In football, talent is fragile, but rhythm is even more fragile. Once it's broken, it rarely returns the same way. Injuries don't just take time off the calendar. They take confidence. They take fearlessness. They take the freedom to trust your own body